right. How you doing, everybody? Good evening. I'm James of the Hat and Beard Show. It's Monday night. It's 7 p.m. on July 6th. Hopefully you had a nice, fun 4th of July. America's Big 250. And, guys, today's show is all about moving forward, moving on, evolving, how teams will move forward after problematic players, right? Lions with the Terrion Arnold situation. What's going to transpire with him? What do we know? Some teams reportedly had interest, right? Well, it's Monday. Waivers have already ran. What do we know? What do we know? And to that point, waivers have already ran. Brad, not making any moves. Do we already have the answer in house? We'll look at that. We'll also talk about Brandon Aiyuk. Were there any clues in his NFL scouting nonsense during his draft process, pre-draft process, that might have indicated anything, or is his complete meltdown just, another case of Antonio Brown brain, what I'm saying? And then, of course, we will just kind of end on a high note, talking about the reality of our guy, Jahmyr Gibbs, and how the Lions absolutely cannot afford to buy into modern NFL narratives. Not with this guy. He's a very special boy. He's a very, very special boy, and we're a very special team to have our special boy. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're trying to get to the big 1,000 subscribers. And for that to have happen, you're going to have to share this video around with all your friends. Just hit the share button, copy the link down on your clipboard. It's the easiest way. You really don't have to share with anybody. But if you want to let people know, hey, that's cool too. Hit the like button. Make sure the notification bell is rang so that you know when we're live, dude. Also, comment down below, or if you're watching this afterwards, is your like button a soccer ball? Because been having that happen again. I think they're playing soccer tonight, though, so maybe I have no idea. Do the thing for me, guy. We're gonna do the Jocko thing, and then we're gonna get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, over at Mad Hatter Nation, Art Vanderlei says, what's up, Art? How you doing, man? Good to see you. His says that the Eagles or the Chefs are his guests for the landing spots of TA. Good, solid picks, dude. Actually, I think the Chiefs, it kind of makes sense, right? In the land of the thieves, the Chiefs, the criminals protected by Andy Reid. Would not be surprised. The usual suspects for me, thinking maybe some Dallas action, some maybe a little silver and black of Oakland, but or Las Vegas, whatever you want to call them. Personally, I hope nobody signs him, dude. I hope this is the end. You know what I'm saying, dude? I'm not a TA fan no mo. No mo. Speaking about being no mo, Brandon Aiyuk still no more on a team. Nobody wants him. NFL scouts stunned by Brandon Aiyuk's dramatic transformation from engaging teammate to, quote, real cancer. Looking back at the 2020 NFL draft class, there had to be some signs about San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk's issues. But were there? This coming to us from the national college writer over at A to Z Sports, Robbie Robertson. Brandon Aiyuk has become one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL this season. We know that from social media posts expressing displeasure with the Niners franchise to bizarre feuds with the Commies quarterback Jaden Daniels. The former 1,000-yard receiver has dominated headlines for all of the wrong issues. It's because he's a basket case. Money make you go crazy. What makes the situation even more baffling is that NFL scouts who evaluated Aiyuk ahead of the 2020 NFL Draft say nothing in his background predicted this kind of behavior. Well, I can fix the problem for you, Brandon Aiyuk. We can get you back to where you were when your brains weren't scrambled. Unless there is some type of hit that you maybe took that Antonio browned your brain. I think the problem is the money. I think you have far too much money. Now, I'm going to be the big man here. All right, look at me. Look at me. Look at hat and beard. Being the big man here, huh? Tell you what, Brandon. You just go ahead and give me all that money. And you can humble yourself and remember what it was once to be like. And hungry again for your next contract, and I'll just have your money. But what does it say over here? Try to understand Aiyuk's stunning turn. I spoke with several current NFL scouts who were active during the 2020 draft cycle and had direct knowledge of the character reports conducted on the former Arizona State Sun Devil. Findings were remarkably clean. No red flags, no warning signs, nothing that would suggest the kind of drama that had engulfed Aiyuk over the past year. So a clean background check there. Clean, everyone thumb Kennedying their way through this one. So that would lead me to believe that it's one of two things, right? All roads lead to Antonio Brown. For those unfamiliar with the process, teams conduct exhaustive character evaluations on draft prospects. You guys know I beat that into your head there, beat that dead horse, right? And I tell you, Brad Holmes is big on that. Evaluators visit schools and speak with coaches, professors, personnel department staff, teammates, and anyone else who cross paths with the player. Some evaluations even bring in private investigators to unearth every possible piece of information that could indicate whether a prospect will be an asset or a detriment to their franchise. They say, hey, bring in the old gumshoe. What do you got for me, you private dick? With all the issues that have surfaced over the past calendar year, the assumption would be that Aiyuk had some type of concern flagged during that process. That assumption turned out to be riggedy wrong, Rick. One current area scout told me that the concerns with Aiyuk coming out of Arizona State had nothing to do with his character. The question concerned on whether he was a one-year wonder with only one major season of production and whether he was too role-specific for the Sun Devils offense. Quote, there really wasn't anything, the area scout said. Most people thought he was engaging and thought of him as a good teammate. At least that's what everyone told you to believe when he was coming out. End quote. A second scout offered an even blunter assessment. Quote, nobody could have seen that coming. Sometimes when players hit the NFL, things just change for X, Y, and Z reasons. Yeah, M-O-N-E-Y. Money. It's the money, dummy. They always want more money. We're in it for the money, boy. Money. For whatever reason, or for whatever the reason is for Aiyuk, whether it be money or something else deeper going on, he has turned into a real cancer. End quote. That is not a good thing to have a scout say about you. Ooh-wee, that's not good. That's not good. It just goes on to talk about how him and Jaden Daniels got into it and his injury and how the NFL season is only a couple months away. But a team might take a swing on him. I don't think so. You hate to see wide receivers go in the route of the Josh Gordon, right? With the way of the dodo bird. The dumbass with all this God-given potential that just, for one reason or another, can't get out of their own fucking way, dude. I just, I could give all these young guys just a few solid words of advice, right? Some might say, I'm not saying it, but some might say that it's the best advice some people may have ever gotten in their life. Don't be an idiot. There's a novel fucking idea. Hey, you want to be a gozillionaire? Don't be an idiot. Wow. Speaking of idiots, former Lions cornerback Terrion the Idiot Arnold clears waivers despite interest from teams. Despite interest from at least, bare minimum, 3 teams. Former Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold has cleared waivers. What do you got for me today? Jeremy Reisman, 4:30. Let us go on Monday. Former Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold cleared waivers as expected. The Lions' 2024 first-round pick was arrested in June and faces 8 felony charges dating back to February. Last week, he posted his $1 million bond and is now released under the conditions that he may not contact any co-defendants or witnesses. We know all of that. After clearing waivers, Arnold is a free agent who can sign with any team he pleases, but it's unclear how likely that is. According to his attorney, 3 teams have already reached out to Arnold. However, it's possible he ends up on the commissioner's exempt list. Oh, you idiot. Which would prohibit him from practicing or playing with any NFL team. Would any team be willing to take on that risk and the distraction of Arnold's ongoing court case? We shall see. As for the Lions, they have yet to make any corresponding move to replace Arnold's spot on the roster. Detroit has yet to make any sort of public statement on the Arnold situation other than a boilerplate PR response shortly after his arrest. Detroit has internal options to replace Arnold in the starting lineup, including Rock Ya-Sin and Enos the Weenus Penis Rakestraw, although they may be wise to use a roster spot to add some competition to the position, though it appears that my guy that I was hoping they were going to go after, Rasul Douglas, is going to be signing elsewhere and not the Detroit Lions. So, I'm going to take it on over to the chat because I thought I seen you talking about it. Yeah, Detroit Sports Talk. Shout out, dude. How you doing this morning, or this evening? How you doing this evening, brother? Former Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold, who is facing legal issues in Florida, cleared waivers. Yes, sir. Some teams are already backing out. No shit. Oh, Terrion can go sign with the Kim Jong-un League. Hell yeah. Shalom, Kane. How you doing, my man? Good to see you, brother. I know I've been like a ghost on Twitter, dude. It's, bro, it ebbs and flows and, things. I'm not good at the social medias, bro. Terrion is so ashy, he needs some P. Diddy lotion. Damn, Detroit Sports Talk. Bringing in the Diddy line, dude. We're going to go ahead and pin that one. That's a good one. Round of applause. Gonna go, dude. Detroit Sports Talk. Why don't you go ahead and give yourself a POB, a pat on the back for that one, dude. That is a good one right there, dude. I got to ask then. Today is now a free agent. Arnold is expected to visit NFL teams that have expressed an interest. Some teams are already backing out. What do you think? Just curious, do you think us here in Mad Hatter Nation and James Harrison are slowly being proven correct? That the boss Brad Holmes, he knows something. He knows something we don't know. He knows something that Terrion thinks he doesn't know. And I bet you when people call Brad Holmes, he's like, this motherfucker. Not only was he watching it, but he was putting Skittles up his butt. You know what I'm saying? Some weird shit like that, dude. Not good, man. I had to go to the emergency room Friday with high blood pressure. Kane, why were you high blood pressuring, my friend? Kane, maybe stop yelling at people on Twitter, bro. You can't be. Look. I'm sorry, dude, but we've already had Brent DeWitt fill that spot for the calendar year, dude. So I can't put any more of you guys on permanent IR. You know what I'm saying? So you're just gonna have to go ahead and correct that, dude, because there's no room on that roster right there. You know what I'm saying? So too many cups of coffee and in a big time in a why pounding coffee, bro? Do you not normally drink coffee, my man? Dude, if you're not used to it, you can't, dude, bro. Just because I consume a shitload of caffeine doesn't mean you need to consume a shitload of caffeine, dude. I do it because I'm a crazy person, okay? You don't need to do that, bro. I do it because I'm nuts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe taper. Try some of that mushroom tea, dude. I hear that's good stuff for you. Energy drinks. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that'll fucking get you, bro. Dude, did you try one of the Celsiuses, dude? Did you go with one of the Celsiuses, bro? Because those things metabolize differently in your body. So it's like you don't really crash on them. You just kind of mainline for quite a while, bro. My thumbs don't have high blood pressure, so we're good to go. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. What am I hearing? Oh. Since it's not 1,000,000 degrees out and I'm very cheap, we turn the air off when we're running windows. It's actually quite pleasant in the house. But I got a window fan over here, but you guys know when the pressure is not equalized and the outside pressure is greater than the fan can let in, and it speeds the propellers up when it blows in. That's what I was hearing. It was blowing. It kind of fucked me up for a second there. Nothing will replace my coffee. Hell yeah, Rick. I hear it. Bang, Celsius, Ghost, Monster. Dude! Why are you drinking all... You drank all of those in a day? Well, first of all, that's too damn much. Second of all, dude, you're mixing energy drinks, dude. That's like mixing liquors, bro. You're going to have a bad time, bro. You got to stick with one, dude. You're going to have a bad time. Might I just recommend sticking with the White Monster? That's what they call me. You know what I'm saying? Just rolling with the White Monster, dude. In my opinion, Cleveland Browns will sign Terrion. Look, you got Deshaun Watson over there. That's not a... I didn't really think about that, Detroit Sports Talk, because, I'm still in that old headspace of, the Cowgirls or the Raiders being that team where degenerates go, dude. In reality, you have a really good point, dude. Cleveland. Yeah. Especially after they trade Denzel Ward to us for a 6th-round pick, dude. Everything but Red Bull. Brother. Kane. Dude. All right. I'm just going to be honest. Bangs are gross. Celsius, I'll be honest, dude. I'll be honest. Some of those Celsiuses are really fucking good, dude. I'm not going to lie. The cherry cola, not so much. She tried some of the it tastes like a blue slushy. I don't mind that one. I actually don't even mind the lemonade one, and I fucking don't like lemonades or pink lemonades, and that's not bad. But the Celsiuses, dude, bro, those are the way that shit breaks down in your system. It doesn't absorb the same way as the other energy drinks. So don't fuck with those, dude. Bangs are gross. Ghost is delicious, dude. Ghost and C4. Oh, dude. That Water Malone Jolly Rancher C4, dude. Woo! That's good stuff. Bro, if you can find, and because they're hard to find. Everybody buys them, dude. But if you can get yourself some Water Malone, I got a Water Malone to help keep me in shape. But that Water Malone C4 Jolly Rancher, that tastes great. You know what I'm saying? That stuff's good. And I'll give you this, White Monster is delicious, dude. Big fan of the White Monster, dude. Knock that for real. Alon and New is super gay, but it slaps. Hell yeah. Oh, the Alanis. Never had one of those, dude. Yeah, because they're super gay. You know what I mean? They are pretty gay, dude. I'll give you that. But if it slaps, it slaps. The only drink that I drink is the original, a.k.a. Mountain Dew. Rick's keeping it old school, brother. It's the ghost that almost killed me. Damn, 9085 BP, dude. Judas Priest, Barbara. It's one of them flaming bags again. Don't put it out with your boots, Ted. Don't tell me my business, devil woman. You know what I'm saying? Brother. Bro, what were you doing? Well, I gotta ask, man, why? Like, what were you doing, bro? Alani. Yeah, that's what it is, the Alani. Rick, your girls drink those Alani? Yeah, dude, a lot of them people drink those Alanis, dude. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people drink those Alanis, dude. You know what, bro? I got a pretty solid system now, dude. I've actually really reined in, dude. Bro, it was bad, dude. Like, even Hat and Boobs was like, you gotta stop, dude. Because, like, I was drinking at least a C4 or a Ghost a night or a White Monster. You know what I'm saying? But now I got it reined in. So, you know, first thing right out the rip, dude, we're getting the pre-workout, which has 300 milligrams, it's 250 milligrams of caffeine and then 50 milligrams of a slow-release caffeine. So I'm hitting it with 300 milligrams of caffeine. And then my morning protein shake has like 1 or 2 servings of powdered espresso. Then the Jocko morning blend has like 60 or 80 milligrams of caffeine. And then I pour like 4 cups of coffee in that as well, and then milk and mix up, right? Then actually I've kind of reined in. I've basically dialed back to I only drink about a pot of coffee a day now, right? But I gotta space that shit out, dude. But I tell you what, dude, come like Thursday, bro. Like Thursday at like 2:00. Oh man, I'm like. This is 5:00 free crack giveaway for like a Watermelon C4, dude. Oh man, bro. Oh man. Oh, you also have sleep apnea. Kane, bro, what are you doing to yourself, man? Brother, the cans look like women's alcoholic beverages. Yes, they do, bro. Those Alani. Yes, they do. Kane, bro. Dude, do I need to start a Discord and we all need to have morning workouts together, bro? Dude, what were you doing, man? Were you just like partying, bro? Is it because of the 4th, dude? Were you just crushing tacos and shit, dude? Just like smashing. Yeah, yes. Oh, yes to the Discord thing, you think, dude? Here's the thing, man. Like, eventually I do want to have like a Discord thing, right? And all of this is like, I won't feel comfortable doing like Discord or merch or any of that type of stuff until I hit the 1K subscriber mark, because like statistically it's like a validation thing, and I'm a fucking crazy person who suffers from imposter syndrome and the Dunning-Kruger effect, like a big dick. But like, to keep out the riffraff, like I think I need to do like at least like a $1 membership thing, so that like I don't just have riffraff all up in the Discord. You know what I'm saying, bro? I had 3 Caesars this morning. Morning workout isn't a good idea for me. Dude, Rick, what the fuck, dude? Are you guys all falling apart on me, man? Hang on. I got some fucking tape around here. Oh. No. Oh, wait. Yeah, all right. I got duct tape over there, dude. I got fucking boxes, a couple boxes of various sizes of drywall screws right here, dude. Look, man. What do you need me to do? We will get you guys back together, dude. Do we need some WD-40 up in this motherfucker, dude? Dude, look, this is what, all right, I got it, guys. This is what we'll do. We'll drill and tap grease zerks into our joints, like shoulders, knees, hips, that type of shit, so that like every month we'll all like just like do a PM, right? And just like run, just like hook up and just pump some grease into our joints, dude, and then we'll be good to go, dude. You know what I'm saying? Or, dude, this guy I work with, bro, like, he did a cycle of test, right? Like, dude, and he's 50. He said that, dude, he was like, for real. He was like, that shit is the fountain of youth, man. He was like, I've never felt so good in my adult life. He's like, I feel like I'm 20 years old. Like, he's like, this shit is legit, bro. I sleep, but I don't. Oh, gotcha. Get addicted to caffeine because I'm tired in daytime. Oh, yeah. Dude, you are in a hardcore spiral right there, dude. Yeah, you sleep. You don't, because of the sleep apnea, you don't sleep. So the morning comes around and you're dragging ass. So you're pounding caffeine. And then in the day, yeah, dude. Oh, brother. I feel you. I'm literally microdosing life support. Damn, dude. I've always had that problem. It just shows its face when the weather gets bad. Kane, you live down someplace kind of warm, right? You live down in the South, right? If I'm not mistaken, you kind of live down in the Carolinas, so the heat's kind of fucking bad there, dude. Dude, yeah. All right. Okay. We got to figure out your sleep. That's the first thing, dude, cuz if we can get you to rest a little bit more, then the caffeine will follow suit. I'm gonna be very honest, dude. You do need to drink some water, dude. You do need to get some water in you, bro. That's gonna help a lot, dude. You got to get some hydration in you, my guy. You've got to get some water in you, bro. But yeah, so if we can get the sleep cleared up, that's the tough one right there, bud. Sleep apnea. So you probably are. Do you have the jet fighter mask, dude? So you probably sleep on your back and shit. You know what I'm saying? So because I've never tried the jet fighter mask, dude. Is it like impossible to sleep on your side? Because what you could be looking at is like maybe some 103 Friday and Jesus Christ. Eating better, working out, no more caffeine. Okay. All right. So you got a plan. All right. So you got a plan. This is what you need to do, though, bud. Don't go balls to the walls right out of the rip, man. You're going to burn yourself out, dude. 103 degrees on Friday in South Carolina. Yeah. And that's going to make sleeping even more difficult. And I haven't been to South Carolina in 20 fucking years, dude. Is it pretty humid down there? It's pretty humid down there, which is just going to exacerbate respiratory things, dude. Damn, dude. All right. We got to get you working out, dude. But I don't need you killing yourself on cardio, dude. Okay. This is the fun fact, dude. This is what people really need to realize, dude. It's all about building muscle, dude. And it's not about getting jacked, but it's all about building muscle, dude. The more muscle you have on your body, dude, the better the system's going to operate, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just all in all better, dude. Oh, what's up, Brent Supreme? Have you tried Smack? I hear it helps you sleep. Yeah, I've heard that too, bro. What's up, Brent? Actually, Brent, I was kind of hoping you would show up, dude. I don't know if you've been listening. We're trying to help Kane out here a little bit, dude. Very human. My body has shut down without Oh, damn. All right, Kane. All right. I got you, dude. This is what I'm gonna need you to do, bro. Instead of caffeine, what you can help do to cognitively offset a little bit of the lack of sleep is everybody, Bjorn's ass. What's up, Bjorny? What's up, Bjorn? What up, dude? This is Bjorn. Oh, you can't see him. It's Bjorn the biscuit baker, dude. He likes to bake biscuits, dude. What up, Bjorny? Yeah. He's going to show you guys his butt. Yep. Cat butt. Bro, so there is studies, and this is my personal evidence. It also, for some reason, works for hat and boobs as well. Creatine can help offset a little bit of the lack of sleep you're getting as far as cognitive function is concerned. So if we can get the computer to stabilize a little bit, I mean, I'm going to be very honest with you, dude. I am probably one of the more saturated people you've ever met. Minimum 10 milligrams of creatine a day. Come like Friday, if I'm dragging ass, dude, I will take on 25 milligrams of creatine just in the morning. But anywhere from 10 to 20 a day helps me with my very, very strict schedule and the very, very limited amount of sleep that I'm able to get. But this is just purely my own evidence. The other thing that has also helped about me is taking NMN. Getting on a daily dose of NMN has helped a lot. And to Brent Supreme's advice here, or maybe, I don't know if he said it, but you got to get mushrooms, dude. You got to get a multi-blend mushroom supplement, dude. It helps a lot. Gatorade helps keep Gatorade, dude. Steve, shout out, yes, dude. Gatorade helps keep you hydrated. It has electrolytes, and it is what plants crave. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. And multiple varieties of poppy seeds for you can. I don't do pharma or street drugs either. Nice. I got some seizure meds that'll knock your dick in the dirt. You definitely. Rick, are you my JV football coach? Because that's the only other person that I've ever heard use that phrase, knock your dick in the dirt, dude. Are you my are you secretly Coach Knuckle? Is that what's going on? Are you secretly Coach Knuckle? Pickle juice also helps football players. Yeah, dude, because it's got a lot of the sodium, dude. So like sometimes, guys, if I'm like really fucking like dehydrated, because I try to stay away from like the performance drinks or whatever. But like I'll just like I'm fucking doing shots of tequila, dude. I'll just put a bunch of salt like on my hand, dude, or just like shake like a tablespoon of salt in my mouth and just drink a bunch of water to just get that sodium to help create some electrolytes to cut down on crampage, dude. I don't know the situation, but I know natural meds, and I'm legit. I'm a scientist. Yeah, dude. Brent is like Kane. Well, Kane, you've been around for Brent's backstory, dude. Yeah, Brent's a scientist, dude. He's our actual scientist. Sorry to sideline the comment, dude. You're Kane. First of all, dude. There's nothing to really fucking talk about, so I'm totally cool with us talking about whatever, dude. Also, you're like an OG supporter of the fucking channel, so I don't need you being on the Brent DeWitt list. Okay, there is no more room on the big dick winners list. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. The big dick winners list is full for the year. You're gonna have to wait until the big 2-7 to get on the big dick winners list. Okay. That's the BDW Brent DeWitt, the big dick winners list. Okay, there's no more room. I appreciate the tips. So yeah, dude, no, Kane for sure, bro. First of all, you're not sidelining the content because we had nothing else to really fucking talk about. You're an OG supporter of the fucking channel, dude. I like engaging with you on social media. You crack me the fuck up. So how's this, dude? If people really have a problem with us just like yucking it up today on July 6th when there's nothing going on a Monday night, if they got a problem with it, then they can, to quote Jacob Barr, get fucked, cunt, or to quote Isaac Butterfield, fuck you to the moon. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. It's my show. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I just thought making fun of Muhammad being pedophile would be enough to carry me through, but I need more. Yeah, dude. I love saying that. I love asking them, dude. They hate that question. How old was Aisha, dude? How old was Aisha? You know what I'm saying? Or that the story in one of, because I think Islam has like a couple of different variations of their book, right? Because it's all fucked up. There's one where Muhammad's like, he's like, hey, dude, you sit here. I'm gonna draw a circle around you, and then all of those Africans are gonna gangbang the shit out of me all night long while you sit in your cucked circle and watch me. Yeah, that's in the motherfucker, dude. That's in that shit. What's up, Sticks? How you doing, man? Man, dude, he came in at a very weird time. I didn't mean to cut his head off, but there can be only one. That's why you're Brent Supreme, dude. The nurse was amazed by the color of my blood and asked me why my blood was Honolulu blue, and I simply replied, "Go Lions." Dude, I got to replace the pinned message with that one, dude. That's exactly what you say to the nurse, dude. They're like, "What is going on?" Just be like, "Go Lions." I'm sorry. What do you expect? I haven't had my morning bowl of Dan Campbell kneecaps. You know what I'm saying, bro? Waited 3 whole years until she was 9. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he really let her get good and mature. Yeah, exactly, dude. How old was Aisha? They hate that shit, bro. And there's another one, knock the dick snot out of you. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, Steve, I figured knock your dick in the dirt was an old thing. Let's see, because, okay, so I graduated in '06. So I played for Knuckle in like '03. So that'd be like 23 years ago. And Knuckle was like mid 40s then. He's probably not even he's probably retired by now, dude. You know what I'm saying? What a benevolent scumbag Momo was, dude. Yeah. Momo to homo. She was 9 and still played with doll. Yes, dude, exactly, bro. Exactly. And they're just fucked up, dude. They're just fucked up, dude. They're just fucked up. I don't agree with that nonsense. And you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here now, man. Go back to Mogadishu, wherever the hell you're from, or fucking whatever goddamn shithole country they're from. I don't give a fuck. But I don't want them here. You know, and I don't want, like, I don't fucking want to hear people be like, well, the founding fathers said freedom of religion. And I was like, yeah. To a Christian God, dumbass. That had nothing to do with fucking the camel jockeys over there and the fucking whatever the hell they were practicing over there in China land and all that shit. No, and it definitely had nothing to do with the small hats, dude. It was really like, yeah, you can be Protestant over here. We gave the Catholics their own little area. They called it Maryland. Big fucking surprise. Real original, you mackerel snappers. And they're like, yes. What did you expect? Oh, man. That was, little religious humor for you guys. Come on now. Tough crowd. Just kidding. So why Rock Ya-Sin can excel as the Lions starting cornerback. You guys know I've been hyping this guy up, dude. I was hyping up Rock Ya-Sin before the Terrion Arnold nonsense broke out, dude. And, I got to give Christian Boer over here at SI.com. I got to give him his flowers, dude. I think he wrote this article for me, dude. I think he was like, hey, there's this dude, hat and beard, and, boy, he likes Rock Ya-Sin. The Lions are evaluating their depth options at the cornerback position after the offseason took an unfortunate turn. Well, unfortunate for Terrion Arnold. Cornerback Terrion Arnold, the first-round pick of 2024 and a presumed starter this season, was released amidst ongoing legal matters. As a result, the Lions could be in the market for help at the position. However, the team does have some options that could give them exactly what they need. One such player is veteran Rock Ya-Sin, who wound up being a very solid contributor for the Lions last year and was re-signed as a result of his performance. Ya-Sin is entering his 8th NFL season and had what some believe was a career resurgence last year. Prior to that campaign in Detroit, his role had been dwindling as he was bouncing around different organizations, kind of a mercenary, one-year guy here, fill out the roster, just, be out there, special teams, and in case of fire, throw the rocket glass. However, starting with the preseason, he proved that he had plenty of value, whether it was at cornerback, nickel, or safety. Ya-Sin displayed versatility in training camp that ultimately helped make him the roster and a contributor. He wound up making 6 starts last season, getting the majority of his work at cornerback. These came in starts of place of the injured teammates such as Reed and Arnold. Both had their stints on IR. Now with Arnold off the roster, Ya-Sin immediately looks to be the first option for the team to work opposite of Reed. He'll have to fend off some competition, but based on his body of work from last season and the fact that he filled in admirably during the team's, quote, Legion of Whom stretch indicates that the team has confidence in him in getting the job done. And I do have to give a shout out to a handful of you guys in the chat. I feel like Rick and Raw Biz were championing early on, saying that you thought Rock Ya-Sin was actually going to beat out TA. And it was kind of hard to rebut that. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to find an argument that says otherwise, because he's he's a solid guy, dude. One intriguing element of the Lions offseason amidst Arnold ordeal was the fact that the head coach, Dan Campbell, said Arnold would have to earn his job back. Arnold was limited during OTAs and spent most of his time working with the second team, while Rock Ya-Sin and Rakestraw were playing with the starters. Rock Ya-Sin scored highly in multiple categories that could indicate he's due for a solid year in the Big 2-6. Last year, he posted a minuscule missed tackle rate of 4.3%, which shows he can be reliable as a run defender. Yeah. Yasin! Hiya! Hi, Yasin! You know what I'm saying? Additionally, Yasin! Well, had an opposing passer rating of 7.77. This 77.7, my bad. This mark was second lowest among any Detroit regulars in the secondary, higher than only Kirby Joseph, who was limited to just 6 games due to injury. Not a bad man. I mean, he is a bad man, but you know what I'm saying? As the Lions navigate the turbulent offseason, it's been having a steady veteran like Yasin on the roster has proven to have its benefits. Now he could wind up being a massive part of the team's success in the Big 2-6. And talk about all of the just salt on a wound. If like we just roll with rock, and we just roll with rock, we rock and we roll right to the Super Bowl. And TA is just standing there. I don't know. On OF. I don't know what he'd be doing. Not on an NFL roster, not in the CFL. Ideally behind bars if he's actually guilty, but you know that has yet to work itself out. You know, but it is what it is, dude. How are we feeling? What kind of scene would anyone rock? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Some of them are from Texas, converting to Islam, and will still defend. That's so fucked up. Dearborn's a shithole, dude. Dearborn, yeah, no, it's fucking awful, bro. What's up, Derek? How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. You 3 hours behind? So if you're a 9-to-5er, you just wrapping up your work day, dude. Look at you, man. Normally you're rolling in here, you know, eating pancakes and watching football early as fuck. Now you get to be like a normal person with us, dude. Derek, appreciate you, man, dude. Appreciate you. What's nice is Lions traded up to get Arnold and is all thrown away. Damn it, Steve. Ain't you're not wrong, and it does suck donkey ass, dude. It just sucks donkey ass. I was such a Cooper DeJean guy. Sam Laporta had a man crush on him, so I followed him closely. Well, you know, Cooper DeJean, it's turned out to be a pretty good ball player, dude. You like that phrasing, dude? You like that shit, bro? All right, guys, let's go ahead and finish up strongly here. Let's end on a positive, huh? Let's end on a positive, right? Let's talk about Ja, right? Over here at A to Z Sports, guys. You guys know I like the slipper, dude. The slipper. The numbers prove Detroit Lions can't afford to believe the biggest myth in football. The Detroit Lions shouldn't buy into one of football's biggest myth. I tracked all 98 running backs drafted from 2020 to 2024, and the numbers make a compelling case for why Jahmyr Gibbs is worth fuck you, pay me every penny. You know what I'm saying, guys? Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me. That's why the Lions offense revolves around Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, I think the offense actually revolves around the football. But, you know, if Jahmyr Gibbs is getting the ball the majority of the times, then yes, I would maybe. But I would think Cade Mays probably touches the ball more than anybody. And then probably Jared Goff next. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably pretty important right there. You know, and Penei Sewell is the best offensive lineman in football, one of the best players in football. I'm just pulling your chain, dude. And if there's one narrative the Lions fans need to stop entertaining, it's the idea that running backs are easily replaceable. The, quote, don't pay running backs crowd has been loud since roughly 2014 when the NFL passing efficiency exploded and analytics showed throwing the ball carried more value than rushing. Contract disasters reinforced the message. You guys remember names like Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, my guy Le'Veon Bell, and David Johnson all got paid big money, and those deals aged horribly. Owners seem to collectively say they'd never do it again. But here's the thing. The idea, get back down here, damn it, fucking clunky ass site. The idea that the elite running backs grow on trees just isn't true anymore. I tracked every single running back drafted from 2020 draft through 2024. There were 98 running backs selected across those 5 classes. Of those 98, only 21 became starters for multiple seasons, and that doesn't mean all 21 are still starting. Guys like Cam Akers started for a couple of seasons before injuries derailed everything. Look at this. Look at these. In 2020, 19 running backs selected. Of them, DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Taylor are the only ones with all pros or Pro Bowls. In 2021, 19 running backs were selected. Only Najee Harris has a Pro Bowl nod, and not much since then. In 2022, James Cook and Kyron Williams were 2 of 23 guys to make a name for themselves, both relatively productive. James Cook, kind of turning it on. In 2023, 18 running backs selected. Here we go. Big class of guys. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Devon Achane. 3. So arguably the best running back class we've seen in 5 years. In 24, 19 running backs were taken. Only Ray Davis made it to a Pro Bowl or All-Pro of those 19 players. And that was as a kick returner, not even as a running back. Of those 21 multiple-year starters, only 8 became Pro Bowlers or All-Pros. Gibbs is one of those 8. The others include Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, James Cook, Kyron Williams, Najee Harris, and DeAndre Swift. All of those guys are getting paid, and they should be. Gibbs, well, he's no different. He's way, way better. That's an 8% hit rate on drafting an elite running back. You don't gamble your offense on those odds. Gibbs changes the way defenses play Detroit. You can make the case that some running backs are replaceable. Take Swift as an example. He was a pretty decent running back for the Lions, made a Pro Bowl, and did some good things. But Detroit realized it could live without him because he didn't fundamentally change the offense. When Swift was on the field, teams weren't and still are not afraid. He's had solid seasons with the Eagles and now the Bears, but he doesn't alter how defenses game plan. Gibbs absolutely does. When he's on the field, the explosive run rate is higher. Pre-snap motion looks different. Play action effectiveness changes. Linebackers defend differently. Two high shells become more common. Check down explosiveness is elite. Outside zone stretch concepts are more frequent. The Lions can win with Gibbs because he's a complete back who runs between the tackles, gets downhill, and functions as another receiver with 500 to 600 yards per season in the passing game and huge yards after the catch numbers. You don't get a guy like that, or let a guy like that walk based on a narrative that has aged out. Recent drafts further prove the point. Look at the 2025 draft class. There were 19 running backs drafted, and only 2 became starters during their rookie seasons. Both were early picks. Some fans might point to guys like Cam Scatabo, but those are highlight clips on social media. That's not Scatabo playing like that consistently. He got hurt and missed most of his rookie season. I don't expect him to be the Giants starter going forward, and I don't think the Giants fans do either. This year's draft class tells a similar story outside of Jeremiah Love, the 3rd pick in the draft, who is expected to be the next Robinson or Gibbs. There's no sure thing. Jonah Coleman, Nicholas Singleton, and Katron Allen could all be good players. I like them, but none of them are going to transcend the position the way Gibbs has. The bottom line for Detroit, teams around the league want to be like the Lions. And a huge part of that is because of what Gibbs brings to the offense. He changes everything when he's on the field. You pay a guy like that. You make him one of the highest paid running backs in football. You make him the highest paid running back in football because replacing him isn't realistic. An 8% chance of finding the next Jahmyr Gibbs in the draft isn't a bet worth taking. I have to agree with every single word in this article. Mike Payton, slipper. You must have a golden toe underneath that slipper, my friend, because you just knocked it out of the park, dude. You kicked that fucking right through the uprights, dude. Hammer, meat, fucking nail, dude. Crushed it. Jahmyr Gibbs is a very special running back. 8% finding a player like him. And that's just saying a player that can get somewhat even similar productiveness. Jahmyr Gibbs is better than good, better than great. He is elite. He's generational. He's probably a future Hall of Famer. Let's be honest. He is just that special. How do we feel, Mad Hatter Nation? Let me know if any company needs a scientist. Hell yeah, dude, will do. Gibbs look like Mr. Goodberg. Well, actually, Brent, do you have any experience? Do you have experience in converting hydrogen from a solid state to a gas and capturing the electrolyzing process of the electrons that you capture off and draw back onto batteries? Because I know a company that's trying to advance that tech right now. Gibbs looks like Mr. Goodburger. Watch the movie. Dude, no, you're not wrong. Bro. Look at him. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. I do. Who? Bro, I remember watching that as a skit, dude. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Yeah, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Nicely done, Steve. How terrible would it be for the city of Cleveland to be your holding cell location until you're put in prison for life? Bro, I think it'd be a perfect and the poetic end to the Terrion Arnold saga. I think that's going to do it today, fellas. I'm going to be about 5 minutes, a little bit of 5 minutes short of the 8 o'clock hour, but I'm hungry. And Hat and Boob's making a good-ass dinner down there. We're doing a shrimp boil, sausage and taters, and all the good shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get a hungry boy. I'm a hungry boy! And I'm going to go eat. So, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate each and every one of you who took time out of your evening to come hang out with us here at the Hat and Beard Show. Join up with Mad Hatter Nation. Hit the subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on so you can be notified when we go live Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here at YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. Until next time, have yourself a wonderful evening. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Until then, I'm James with the Hat and Beard Show. You've been an attentive audience. We'll see you then. Banga banga. Frig off.